Hey everyone, and welcome back to another Legion video. Today, I'm going to be going through the Bear Druid Artifact Weapon Quest. But first of all, look at this new bear model. Very, very cool looking. This is the Night Elf equivalent, so it's definitely nice to see that they have updated that. Anyway, the Balanced Druid Artifact Quest actually shared a lot of similarities with some of the other artifact quests, including a Fiction Warlock, so I didn't cover that. So here we're going to get to see actually the Druid class hall being founded, and then the Guardian specific quest, which I do hope is unique from one of the ones that we've done. Anyway, so Hamul Rune Totem is here. Let's have a chat. Okay, so we've been summoned to Moonglade. I suppose with all this crazy stuff going on, the Druids need to have a little bit of a chat to plan things out. Of course, being a Druid, I can always just teleport to Moonglade, which is super handy. And here we are in Moonglade, so let's see what's up. I'm pleased you came at such sort. Notice we have a great undertaking here in Moonglade that is about to begin, one in which you will play a key role. Alright. Beating the Legion requires us to strike quickly and unexpectedly. We have discovered a dreamway by which we can travel through the Emerald Dream itself. Though only a short walk through the dream, it will allow us to cross vast distances in Azeroth and even access the ancient home of all Druids, Val Shara. So Malfurion is preparing the ritual, so I suppose we need to go over there. Now, where is he? Alright, Malfurion's over here. So, actually, no, we need to get Zentaba first, get him ready. Anyway, so if you think about it, right, the Emerald Dream is Azeroth before all the crazy whack stuff happened that, broke it up. So, in reality, walking from, say, this point here in Ashara to over here, that would have been maybe a kilometer, right? Instead of there being a sea. So I think the same principle applies, that in the Emerald Dream, we can walk, a few hundred meters from Moonglade and end up in Val Shara, which of course now is in the Broken Isles, which is roughly in between the Maelstrom and Kalimdor. Anyhow, let's go talk to this troll guy, who, oh wait, there he is. She is anyway, she was hiding as a bat. Alright, so we've told her the ritual is about to begin. And next, we need to go and find Naralex. I know who Naralex is, though he is escaping my mind. Naralex is the guy, he's from the Wailing Caverns, of course. So you deal with him in the Wailing Caverns. Nice to see things are going okay with him. Although apparently he shapeshifted into a pillow. Let's see. You can faintly detect his scent. I think this guy should probably have a shower. Maybe you're, what, is this like you're not allowed to wash yourself in this river? What? Oh, Naralex, smelly bastard. I mean, who the hell is leaving this, odor trail? God damn it, man. So I think I'm just going to tap on his shoulder. Come on, stop dreaming. I'm awake, definitely not sleeping, just resting my eyes. Yeah, you know what, that has been my response to to people trying to wake me up many's a time. Usually when I was supposed to be working. And there is a pretty cool Druid model. Not Druid model. Goose model. That's not a goose, that's a moose. A moose, yeah, I intend on getting the moose. I have plans to be a mythic raider partially because I really want to, and partially because I'm tired of people saying, "Oh my god, you've not raided mythics, you fucking idiot, you can't say anything." Yeah, I think I'm more than capable, so hopefully that's going to be happening. And of course, the proof of being half decent at mythics will be in mythic progression and not jumping in to a friend's guild when they've already cleared 7 out of 13, but I would at least like to be there for some higher on kills. Anyway, hopefully that happens. So, Call of the Wilds. Soon the ritual will be ready to begin. The preparations are now complete. Come with me, I will guide you to the ceremony. So he's just going to fly away. Hopefully not fly slowly, as is the tendency for NPCs. The Legion's arrival has thrown our world out of balance. I've sensed great unrest within the Emerald Dream. Of course, being an NPC is flying very slowly. How useful. In Val Shara are powerful Druids who grew under Cenarius' tutelage after the Great Sundering. Suppose that's really why we want to be there. Their knowledge of Druidism is ancient and unparalleled. Having their might on our side is essential if we are going to stop the Legion. Opening the path to this ancient home of all Druids will require a great deal of our power. I hope you are ready for the task. I mean, we could do it this way, or, guys, my hunter's got an order hall pretty close to Val Shara. I can hook you up. Anyhow, let's talk to us. Oh, no, he's no longer talkable. Greetings to you both. The tremors from the Emerald Dream have been increasing. We must begin the ritual at once. Direct your attention at the center of the structure. The ritual will focus our energy into a portal there. It will take much to keep it stable, but I believe your power will tip the scales in our favor. Because, of course, we are the dog's bollocks, being the player, making us very important. So let's click this button. I don't think I'm supposed to do this in bird form. So right now I'm pretty much just staring at it. The path is beginning to form. It becomes more stable by the moment. Well, that's kind of handy. Gonna pop into bear form and, well, I suppose we should just hop through and see what happens. Oh, no, we got a quest to turn in first. Well done, now that the path is open, we can begin our journey, go through the portal to the Dream Grove. Brilliant. Off we go. So we're in the Emerald Dreamway, which, okay, apparently it's got like one of those Walking Republic battle tanks, and is completely under construction. Makes sense, I suppose. Map's a little bit bollocks, but we're actually here with, Keeper... Oh, we're here with Remulos. Huh. Interesting. This, oddly enough, guys, this is actually different to the last time I went through this part of the scenario as my balanced druid. So that's kind of interesting. Let's hop into travel form so we can go a little bit faster. A very pretty zone. I mean, you know, we've got this kind of tall grass, but it's very murky at the same time, which is really cool. The nightmare, is this part of the dream? How is this possible? Yes, the nightmare appears to be here, and we need to fight this nightmare blight. Of course, I'm going to be doing that in bear form. Hey, you, ignore all that blah about cleaning the land and kill this big guy over here. They've just got, like, not... Trigger my cold. As soon as we finish up this construction game, we're clearing out of here. Yeah, they're still building this. Anyhow, let's run in. So basically, Mangle, I use that every once in a while to generate rage. I want to apply 3 stacks of laceration at all times. Laceration has a 25% chance of proccing a Mangle for you. And that's basically how this plays. You will be dumping your rage into Maul if you want to do more damage. Odd thing is, though, Laceration, it does 14,000 damage, whereas Maul, which is your rage dump, only does like 20,000, which is a little bit weird. Also, I should not stand in that cone. Though I could just use, as an example, where is it? Frenzied Regeneration? Where are you, Frenzied Regeneration? There you are. So I can use that to heal up a little bit, but only, of course, heal damage that I've taken. Just how this works. I can only use I can use Pulverize, which will remove all stacks of laceration, but do a pretty big chunk of damage. So that's him dead. Excellent work. The way is clear. Come, let us continue to our destination. Oh, wait, we're under attack again. I'm wondering, did that NPC, like, does that just mean they want me to run through here and be good? It might be that. I'm just going to give it a go. And the moment of truth awaits. Yes, we are done. So now we have traveled to the Dream Grove. Lovely. These forests are just as I remember them. An ancient magic protects the Dream Grove. Here, all brothers and sisters of the wilds will find sanctuary. Come, we must find the Druids of Eltra and ask for their aid. Fantastic. I'm just going to pop into travel form, which, hang on, this isn't full mounted speed. This is 142. Oh, come on, Blizzard. You've not left us hanging when you removed the glyph. Oh, don't be ridiculous. I really like being able to transform instantly into a full speed mount. I know it was a little bit OP, but I think having little bits of being OP here and there that don't really matter that much, I think that's actually a really good thing for class diversity and feel. That is a tree lady. So, yeah, next time your boyo from Lord of the Rings wants to know where all the Entwives went, apparently this is where they are. Quickly, we must hurry. What? Has something happened? I don't remember anything bad happening here the last time I was around. So maybe Remulos is just kind of impatient. Okay, so here we have Archdruid Hearthelm Greathoof. So one would assume that he's very good at turning into a stag. I'm aware of what brings you. I've heard the screams of the land as it is defiled by the Legion. I bloody expect you have Val-Shiraz right beside the broken shore. These guys busy dreaming, not actually looking. We must act swiftly and prepare the weapons of old for war once again. The weapons of the first Druids can surely turn the tide in our favor, but is there anyone with the strength to wield them? Well, that is why I am here. Of course, Remulos, backing me up, so I suppose this is where we're going to be able to select what weapon we're going to be using. So we've just learned Dreamwalk, which teleports us to the Dream Grove, and in terms of selecting, we are going to be using the Claws of Ursoc. Seem to be a very cool weapon, so this will send us off in some sort of crazy mystery. With the power of that weapon in your hands, we will be able to bring balance back to Azeroth. The great forest guardian Ursoc gave his life for this world 10,000 years ago. After the Guardian's death, his claws were hidden away, safe from any who would use their powers for evil. Oh, hold the show here. After he died, you hacked his claws off and put them in a box somewhere. That's a little bit macabre. Anyway, Leah Stonepaw and her Druids of the Claw consider Ursoc their patron and dedicate their lives in following his example. If anyone would know where the claws reside, it would be Leah. She and the Druids of the Claw reside in the Telendu Barrow Den. No, it just says Den. I'm inserting words for no reason. Just to the north. Fun little thing. So if you are speaking in the context of like YouTube or something like that, your brain just kind of inserts words to fill time while you read. It's really bizarre, but it's kind of like what happens naturally. That's one of the reasons why a lot of what YouTubers say is utter bollocks. So then, where is this Barrow Den? Well, apparently it's to the north. We're not really seeing anything on our map, so I'm just going to hook around here for a little bit until we find it. Well, it just took me 5 minutes to work out how to go from over there to to here, but I think this is, well, judging by the claw and the fact that this is the correct name, I think I finally found where I need to be. Okay, then here's Leah, so let's see what she wants. The Claws of Ursoc, I thought I'd go the rest of my days without hearing of them again. Is our situation truly so dire? They were sealed away for good reason. Maybe, maybe not. It is said that a fragment of Ursoc's spirit, his fury and rage, remained within the claws after his death. Only those who have attained mastery of the discipline have any hope of wielding them without being overwhelmed by the Bear Lord's fury. She looks at us intensely for a moment and says that we are no novice. She can see that clearly, and she's going to draw water from the moonwell on the northern edge of the grove, and I assume we're going to have some sort of spiritual experience. And then, I think it said there to head over to Northrend. Of course, we actually dealt with Ursoc in the Grizzly Hills. They were some really nice quests. They were quite fun. Well, then we're at the Moonwell, which, as always, is really nicely lit. World of Warcraft can really be quite a pretty game. Anyhow, there's our Moonwell water, so I suppose we're going to be going back to her. And, oh nice, she's going to give us a portal to the Grizzly Hills. And apparently one of the unique benefits of the Dream Grove is that you get these, this ability to teleport to kind of natural places in the world. I wonder if that means we're going to be able to, say, just teleport to the Grizzly Hills as a druid. Who knows? Anyway, where the hell's Leah gone to? Oh, we do it. We find her by going through this. Okay, that's kind of crazy. So it actually dumped us out in the Emerald Dreamway, which is this. So it would seem that this is going to have portals to loads of different zones. I guess we'll just have to work out which one is the Grizzly Hills. If this is a matter of trial and error, it's going to take quite a while to work out this one. Ah, there we go. Apparently this one is the Grizzly Hills based on this sign, so hopefully it works. Time to find out. And it does work. Brilliant stuff. You know, any, excuse to be back in the Grizzly Hills is good, and I think that's a new bear model. Wow, I'm almost sure that's a new bear model. I could just be remembering things wrong, though. Anyhow, we're back in Grizzly Hills, so everything's good, and we need to meet her at the stump of Vordrasil. Also, yay, Grizzly Hills music. Actually, apparently we're to meet her within the stump, so we'll probably just have to fly our way inside and look through one of the tunnels that are here. And also, this is, what a pretty looking zone. Or just area, even. The art direction of Wrath of the Lich King still impresses me to this day. I think in many ways it is where Blizzard were at their strongest, really at their peak. Maybe we'll just save, bring the player, not the class. They went a little bit too far with that eventually. But anyway, good to see you made it. We only need a few more things before we can begin. That's cool. So we've got our flask of Moonwell water. She's doing a little dance. Because, of course, very serious business. You need to dance. When the claws were sealed away, magical wards were placed to prevent anyone from reaching their location. Only the power of a demigod can give us access through the passage through the wards, and one such is Ursol, the brother of Ursoc. Ursol is a reclusive guardian and requires an offering before he will appear to us. Like Ursoc, he is worshipped by the Furbolg, but years of war have decimated their tribes, and their shaman lay dead. Search the bodies of their fallen for offerings, which I will prepare at the shrine. Great then, time to, slaughter/search the corpses of dead Furbolgs. The Furbolg lore is actually really cool. I remember doing, it was one of the times I tried to reboot a lore series, but I found that doing the lore videos, like, it was so much work, and the audience, like, wasn't massive for the kind of lore that I wanted to do. Like, I'm not really interested in retelling the story of, you know, of, like, Arthas or something like that. First of all, that's kind of, like, Noble's really good at that, and it doesn't interest me as much. I'm more interested in the history of the different races, and, you know, like, what's up with the Aekir, what's up with the Furbolgs, what's up with the Murlocs. That's kind of what interests me. But if you don't have, like, a big character name like Archimonde or something like that, people tend to be a little bit more averse to clicking on the video, which I find to be really unfortunate because some of the lore is actually really quite cool. Okay, so we looked through all of those things. Unfortunately, nothing, so I'm just going to fly around here, pick up some stuff, and I'll check back in with you once I've got everything. Well, I suppose that's partially the case with lore. I actually do have a plan on the back burner, which would have involved something akin to, say, extra history. But that would require me to launch a Patreon and have enough money to pay, like, artists to pretty much work on it for, like, a ridiculous amount of hours. So maybe if the channel's, like, 3 times the size, I might do that, but right now, it would probably, like, bankrupt me if I did it, so I won't. I mean, you'd think that doing some, like, moving pictures would be simple, but, making them all full machinimas, that's basically, like, a full-time job for somebody. And making it all a motion comic, once again, is a full-time job. Really, so much work goes into that stuff. Anyway, we've got one of those offerings to Ursoc. Okay, brilliant. We've now got all 3, so it's time to head back into Grizzly Hills and see what's going on. I suppose as much as all that stuff would be financially challenging with lore, I also just don't have the time right now because I'm 9-to-5ing up my games company and then doing YouTube on top of that, so I don't have the hours left to, like, add shit on top of that. So here's Leah. What does she want? It's the offering of Ursoc. Brilliant. I hate rummaging through the pockets of the dead, but we do need them more than they do. That's true. So she's about to begin her offering, her ritual. Wise Bear of the Woods, this daughter of the wild calls to you. Please accept these humble offerings and grace us with your presence. And that would be Ursoc, who is green, which means he's, I don't know, maybe he's morally ambiguous or spooky. Our ancient foe has returned to our world. My companion has traveled here to seek your aid in recovering the claws of Ursoc. Hey, we want your dead brother's decapitated claws. Can you help us? Yes, I remember clearly that day long ago when my brother fell. Countless demons fell beneath his claws until, through the overwhelming numbers of the enemy he was overtaken, my brother was the true spirit of the bear. You must prove to me that the spirit of the bear resides within you as well. So he has a series of trials for us. The first trial will reveal your might. You will face the strongest of my followers in combat. Show me you possess the strength of the bear. No bother. Oh, hang on. Just don't be so rude. I still need to go into bear form. Ah, manners these days. Okay, so there's 3 stacks of lacerate. Yay, that means we can do a pulverize, which will whack the guy with damage. Lovely, and what you can actually do is lacerate and thrash kind of in an alternating fashion, and that will give you stacks of lacerate quite a bit faster. So that's what's going on. You are very much capable of doing damage as a bear form druid. Very much capable indeed. Though of course it's not your it's not your greatest strength. They are making concerted effort in Legion to basically make it so that the tanks can do a little bit more damage. Also, I was forgetting to use Moonfire there. Yeah, you can Moonfire. So I'll probably use that in the next trial. The next trial will place you against an onslaught of my followers, defeat the spirits, and prove that you possess the courage of the bear. I suppose this is perhaps a group tanking thing. So I'll just be using Thrash, I guess, to, spread my dots and keep everybody... Well, it's not that aggro is even going to be an issue here. I don't even know what I'm talking about. What I will say, and I haven't actually, obviously I haven't recorded my gameplay video of this yet, but my initial reaction to the gameplay of this is significantly better than the Vengeance Demon Hunter. It does feel like there's a bit more going on here, which, well, that's the kind of thing that I appreciate in class design, is it being kind of just, interesting amount of things. Of course, I probably should have been using my, mitigation and stuff there, but, I mean, this is all Artifact Quest stuff, not particularly tricky. So we've got one final trial. I wonder if we'll just be fighting him. Ursoc and I fought as a team. He would strike and I would guard his side. Together we were unstoppable. Is there anyone who would fight at your side, Druid? I guess her? In the chaos of battle, my brother and I became separated, and it was I who failed when he needed most. Okay, so basically Ursoc's a bit guilt-tripped over not being there to have his brother's back. For this trial, you must show that you can protect those who are entrusting you with their lives. Show me that, and you can succeed where I failed. So he's going to try to kill her, or at least attack her, and I need to stop that. Presumably by taunting. Or maybe she's going to be... Oh, she's just going to be attacked by, like, lots of little furbugs. Okay, fair enough then. So I guess the deal with this will be just that, like, they're going to be coming faster than I can kill them, so it's just a game of... You know, it gets slightly harder, I get some more stuff to tank, but basically, hold aggro and don't be a total dingus seems to be the point of this. Well, that's all of them dead. Surely there's more to this. Like, there's an ancestral shaman standing there. I suppose we'll taunt him. Maybe that just bugged out a little bit there. I suppose Maul being a bit of a stronger rage dump would be interesting. Maybe that could consume rage based on how much you've got, or I don't know, something like that. Anyhow, the third trial of Ursoc, you've passed every trial I've placed before you and emerged victorious. Go seek the claws and claim them as your own. Brilliant stuff. Now that we have Ursoc's blessing, we can travel into the Emerald Dream and retrieve the claws. Come, let's not waste a single minute. Good stuff, so we're just going to chug this water, and I guess that'll take us there. Yep, calm your mind, let go of your spirit, and we'll go into the dream. Blah, blah, blah. So this is what takes us into the actual scenario. So we're getting this really cool pan of, oh shit, this is Vordrasil before it was completely destroyed then. That is quite cool. Ursoc's lair, which, is all infested by the Legion. Or not by the Legion, sorry, by the Emerald Nightmare. This is where you finish the quest line. The quest line that's involved with, in Wrath of the Lich King, with all this stuff. So this is actually really cool so far. Nice. It's funny just like how much Mangle contributes to your DPS with this class. In that Mangle, it does 14,000 physical damage. And then Maul, which is your spender, only does 4,000. So that's kind of weird. And also it says that Lacerate itself has a chance to reset the cooldown on Mangle, not Lacerate ticks. I wonder if that means that even if you are at full stacks, you want to be using Lacerate in the hopes of getting a free Mangle. That's something I'll probably have to test out, though. Here's Ursoc, so he's probably going to help us get the claws somehow. Being attacked by, what, some sort of satyr? Yeah, satyr. Yep, so far a simple task, and it does seem that it's just using Lacerate that will proc you the free Mangle. So basically, you want to be using Lacerate on cooldown. That seems to be the gameplay here. Well, both Lacerate and Mangle on cooldown, if you want to be doing damage, of course, that will get you a lot of rage to play with. In many ways, more rage than you can deal with by just using Maul. So you really do have, also, you've got 5 kinds of, defensive. 4 of them are active mitigation, and one of them is, it's not active mitigation, it's just a cooldown. The Burning Legion has returned to our world. We are the best hope of defeating the Legion and the Nightmare, but we must have the claws if we are to succeed. We humbly request your aid. The power of your claws will give us the chance to defeat our enemies once and for all. I can see your hearts are pure, but even now I sense more of the enemy is en route. If you will bear my claws in defense of this world, then you must act fast to retrieve them. So she says thanks, but I suppose we need to do some interesting stuff. So the ritual she's about to perform is complicated and will take time. I guess while that time is passing, I'll need to keep her defended. Oh yeah, I most definitely will. Lots of nightmare things here. That said, lots of nightmare stuff that is really not doing that much damage to me. Yeah, it's mainly just this big guy that's doing the damage. Of course, I can always use Mark of Ursoc, so that's 45-yard range. Oh wait, no, that's right, that only reduces magical damage, so not really much use when I'm being whacked on in melee. What I was thinking of is Iron Fur, which is the 45 rage that increases your armor by 100% for 6 seconds. I do like this though. They're trying to integrate tank mechanics into the actual tank artifact quest. That is more than what they did with, say, the Prot Warrior, where you were actually better just doing that in Fury. Or Arms, of course, but Arms isn't actually available yet. Anyhow, let's gather up all of these lovely chaps. Oh, another thing, yeah, I should definitely be, kiting stuff. Of course it makes sense, kiting stuff into these starfalls whenever I see them. Oh yeah, that's doing some damage to them anyway. Right then, that's pretty much the second wave dead, so a third wave is approaching. Hopefully, it's a little bit more interesting mechanically. I mean, it is nice that we're tanking loads of things, but, I would like some just sort of crazy stuff going on, I suppose. Well, one thing to be, for sure, one thing about this spec is you pretty much always can, like, have a button to press. There's not really much downtime here. And we are on to, I suppose, we're on to the final wave of invaders. Hopefully they really pull out some crazy stuff here. Okay, so it looks like we've got 2 corrupted defenders. Yep, I'll take both of them on. And I do hope that, they'll maybe give me cause to use Iron Fur. That would be kind of nice. So they seem to do a frontal cone. I'm just going to keep on, using my frenzied regenerations on cooldown, doing all the normal stuff. Should not be too hard to survive my way through this. Brilliant, that is the first one dead. Brilliant, that's that done. So now we've got, oh shit, the Shade of Xavius. Xavius, by the way, is the first end boss. Technically, it's the end boss of the first raid. He has got Arch-Desecrator Malithar here. Who might that be? What is this sorcery? When I get free, I'll tear out your foul throat. No, the next time you bare your fangs, it will be at my command. I will fight you to the very last breath, usurper. I who fought against demons in the ancient war. Oh, shit. Right, this is Ursoc being basically zapped up by Xavius and taken into the Emerald Nightmare. Ursoc is the very first raid boss of Legion. And, oh, shit, this guy has just went and stolen the claws. Well, unprudent of him. I think we should put this wanker in his place. Apparently all my friends are just like, yeah, she's just shocked by this whole thing. She can't take it. She's completely in silence. I should really not get hit by that cleave. Right then, Arch-Desecrator Malithar. What the hell's up with this chap? Is he doing much? No, not really. My health bar is hardly moving, so really not that much to be worried about, it would seem. I wonder how much damage that thing does. 27. So, it would seem that that's not balanced yet. Okay, good news, everyone. This druid is just about dead. Alright, so let's use the Claws of Ursoc here. I do wonder whether they'll actually appear on our bear model, though. And so far, the answer is no. Though, from what I hear, Blizzard are trying to make it the case that these will appear on our bear form. Right now, though, we've just got our normal bear hands. But if I do this, you can see the Claws of Ursoc are pretty damn cool looking. We should go. There's nothing left for us here. Let me know when you're ready to leave, and I will take us back to our bodies. Okay, back we go. So we're in Grizzlemaw. So that traitor, Xavius, may have took Ursoc, but at least we were able to recover the claws. Hope is not lost to us yet.
Good luck, friend.
Indeed, so we just need to head back to Archdruid Hearthelm in the Dream Grove. Of course, I've got Dreamwalk, which is my ability which will port me all the way back to the class order hall. So that's pretty much it as far as the class quest goes. I like how it was a little bit longer, involved us going to places, we had our first lot of trials, then we had the scenario, all of that's good. I really hope they make it a bit more mechanically involved. I think that would be really nice, especially since this is something that will be done by players who kind of understand tanking. And I don't mean it being fully hard or anything, but just a little bit of challenge. That said though, cool lore, cool quest, overall, I'm pretty darn happy. So Xavius is behind this. 1,000 deaths isn't enough of a punishment for that defiler, but you've returned with the claws, and that is not an accomplishment that even I could have performed. You are truly the hero we need in the face of the Legion. It's strange, going to this Archdruid person and us technically being better than him. I'm not sure how Blizzard are going to continue this from expansion to expansion, this idea of us constantly being so damn strong. Anyhow, we need to go and plant a seed. That's the soft soil within the Dream Grove, and that is what we're going to be using to basically fiddle around with our artifact weapon and customize it. Okay, then there's the seed planted, so I suppose this grows out a little bit. See what he's got to say about it. Not that much, we just need to imbue our power, our weapon even, with the power by assigning it an artifact point. The magic of your weapon runs deep, its power will grow with you over time. Brilliant, so we click on that, and okay, what? Blizzard, I don't know if you've... Hang on a second. Please tell me this will make the... Okay. So, that's... I don't know what's going... Yeah, this is glitching out. Anyhow, Rage of the Sleeper is our ability. So, channels the Rage of Ursoc, reflecting 33% of damage to opponents and increasing rage gain and healing received by 33% for a certain amount of time, I assume, and a 1.5 minute cooldown. Its passive is that your melee abilities cause Blood Claws, dealing 2,000 damage over 15 seconds and reducing damage dealt by 3%, stacking up to 5, so it will reduce damage dealt by 15 and do just over 10,000, maybe, yeah, just over like 10,000 damage over 15 seconds. So basically, some more deeps and some more survivability. And Okay, of course, the reason why it's showing it like this is because we get to change what the appearance looks like. So we've got this, we've got the stone one. Oh, okay, this is really cool. Obviously, I think we'll be getting something that looks polished for this, but the forms, as you can see, are very cool. So that's what you're going to be getting. Anyway, guys, that's pretty much it for this video. There's really not much else to see here. I've already got videos covering all of the class order holds, giving detailed overviews of all of them, so you can check that out. But that's it for me. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time.